What is going on, everyone? Chris with Journals, Comics, and Pop Culture. I regret having to make this video today, but I am making it because this is obviously very important for all of you out there as collectors, as individuals that spend their hard earned money on collecting or investing in comic books. We have a situation where somebody was, in my humble opinion, straight up scammed again by some Facsimile Edition Ultimate Fallout 4s. Before we get into it, folks, if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please take some time to do so. I'm here making content almost every single day of the week. Check out all the links in the description below as well. But let's get right into this. Again, I regret having to make this video. Big shout out to one of my viewers for bringing this to my attention. So what we see here, folks, is this is MySlabs.com, and this is a sale for a Facsimile Edition Ultimate Fallout 4 that sold for almost $3,000, $2,900 right here just 2 days ago on April 19th. Look at this listing. Ultimate Fallout 4 CGC 9.8 first appearance of Miles Morales. It doesn't state Facsimile anywhere. All right, let's look at the picture. We're going to zoom in here. Look at this label. Ultimate Fallout 4, Marvel Comics 1011. It's got a barcode. No details. It doesn't even detail the first appearance of Miles Morales. But how do we know that it's Facsimile? Right here, that red Marvel logo and the barcode. The barcode, even though it says $3.99, it is a slightly slimmer barcode and it's all the way against the edge. We're going to look at a standard first print here. You got the black grayish label there. It's not red. And look at the barcode. It's a little bit wider and it doesn't sit all the way against the edge of the spine. All right. Now look at this CGC label here. It specifically states that this is the first appearance of the new Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Polybagged, removed. Now, let's look at another thing. Here is another CGC slab of a Facsimile edition. Look at this. Look at this right here. It says this is the same custom slab, by the way, with Miles here. Ultimate Fallout Facsimile Edition number 4. Now let's go back to this. Ultimate Fallout number 4. This is a huge problem. Okay, let's look at this though. Just over a week ago, another one. There's the barcode. There's the red logo. This is a Facsimile Edition. 9.6. And the same thing going on with this label here. It doesn't say Facsimile Edition. And it doesn't say it in the MySlabs description either. It sold for $8,000. This is a problem. This is a huge problem. MySlabs, this is a huge problem. CGC, this could be a huge problem. Where does the problem lie? What is going on with these labels? What's going on with MySlabs allowing these fraudulent posts and sales and transactions to happen? I can't tell you fully, but there could be a few different things going on. First, there could be doctoring of the images. These labels might be photoshopped. They could easily be photoshopped. Now, let's look at this Ultimate Fallout number 4. For me, we're going to compare this to the font on this. Look, all you have here between the T of Fallout and the number 4 is a kind of a powder blue solid background. As somebody who's worked in graphic design and uses Photoshop, it is very easy to manipulate this to where you can take the Facsimile Edition out and you can move the number 4 over and you can take the colon out and move the number 4 over right here. they could be doing that. The seller could absolutely be manipulating the image to make it look like it doesn't say Facsimile Edition. But another big red flag is that it doesn't declare it to be the first appearance of the new Spider-Man, Miles Morales. But neither does this, because it's a Facsimile Edition, right? So that should be a red flag here too, even though it doesn't say Facsimile Edition. So did CGC change their labels at some point? Were they originally not putting Facsimile Edition on these? I don't know. I don't have that information, but I'm going to make an assumption and stand firm and say that no, there's no way that CGC could come out and start slabbing these books and not labeling them Facsimile Edition and not putting first appearance of the new Spider-Man Miles Morales. I'm not saying that it couldn't have happened, but I don't see it happening. If it did happen, I would have heard something about it, most likely. To me, this is doctoring going on. And the bigger issue here, like, who do we hold accountable? The bigger individual or entity here that we need to hold accountable, in my humble opinion, is MySlabs. MySlabs. What is going on that you guys aren't seeing this? Now, successful MySlabs transaction 60, is that for the same seller? Is this same seller having 60 transactions and they're not getting caught? Look at this. Both of these sales, the 9.8 and the 9.6, 60 transactions. That's telling me, and I don't have an account with MySlabs. I'm just, again, making another hypothetical assumption here. I'm thinking that these are coming from the same seller. Folks, this 9.8 Facsimile Edition is selling for $75 or best offer. Somebody paid $2,900. This is a problem. And I'm gonna assume this is the same seller even more, because look at the background. White wall, gray counter looking thing. Look at this. Look at that. Even you can even see right here the little crack between the this is the same seller. So these are my words. MySlabs, figure this out. Find the seller, hold them accountable. This is fraud. And if they sold these books and they shipped them across state lines, that's wire fraud. That is wire fraud. This individual that made these sales could be facing prison time. Federal charges and prison time. And that is a fact. MySlabs, hold them accountable. And the seller, if you are doctoring these items and you are willfully selling these items, knowing that they are fraudulent, you are scum. You are filth, and you have no place in this hobby. And I hope that you get what's coming for you. I sure hope that you do. This is wrong. I personally have not contacted MySlabs yet, but I will be. I will be contacting MySlabs. I'm going to try to speak to some executives there with the company to find this seller and weed them out, to get these individuals that made these purchases, the $2,900 here for the 9.8 and the $1,000 for the 9.6, to hopefully cancel these transactions and get their money back. This is scams. This is fraud, period. And I know that there's been situations that I spoke on in the past where you guys as viewers say, well, how is this fraud there? There's none of that here. There's none of that here. This is point blank by law. There are state laws, state penal codes, and federal law against what has happened right here. This is fraud. And it makes me sick to my stomach that this is happening in our hobby. So I do think too that Marvel, not to say that Marvel did anything wrong here, but when you have a modern book that has a $3.99 price on the first print and you're doing a facsimile edition, where the barcode still states $3.99 and it's very similar. You need to do more. You need to do more to differentiate these instead of just a red logo. That's just my humble opinion. It's not Marvel's fault, but I think they need to realize they could do something better to differentiate. MySlabs, you got to figure this out. So, folks, thank you so much for watching today. Again, this is just for you all to be aware. Be aware of these things, guys. I mean, there's, look to my channel. I have tons of videos on how you guys can be educated as collectors, things that you need to be aware of before you go into buying comics and spending money on comics, especially thousands of dollars. Do your due diligence. Educate yourself. Ask questions. It breaks my heart, but at the end of the day, we have to be educated buyers. We have to know what we're getting into. And there's so many resources out there, including a ton of YouTubers that have videos showing this stuff and how to be aware and smart when things like this come up. So, guys, that's the video for today. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Be well, and until next time.